Discussion time. Come on, grab your mics. We'll talk about some random crap with power stars and the skeletal minion. The fun will never end. It's discussion time. Welcome to discussion time.
No, we're not starting that.
Why not?
Because we're starting right now!
Welcome to discussion time. I'm keeping that in.
Fuck you.
Okay.
As always, John, Ethan,
You pointed to us.
we're here.
We have root beers.
You have root beer. I already finished mine.
I haven't opened mine yet because I accidentally shook it a lot, so you're gonna get to hear my reaction to it opening up and inevitably splashing over.
No,
everything.
it's probably fine by now. Yeah, you see, it's perfectly fine by now.
Damn it! Can you hear it fizzle?
Let's
Yeah.
not.
Can you hear it fizzle? Whoops! I spilled it all over everything.
Just everything. Whoops! Just
It just floods the house.
one
It's like
can.
it's like the freaking ASDF bit. Like, oh no, I spilled my milk. You've killed us all.
How you been?
We've been good.
We done good. Today you live right by the public library. So we stopped by there, yeah, like CDs and manga and video games.
Well, I got just 2 CDs.
Well, I got CDs and manga and video games.
Looking back in retrospect, I should have got manga.
Yeah, definitely. And then we went to an ice cream place. And that place is awesome.
It was good. And then Ethan and I spent 10
Oh my
minutes
God,
trying
okay.
to open a bottle of Fanta.
So they sell bottled sodas, which I've always liked. Like every time I go there, it doesn't matter if I'm getting ice cream or not. I get a bottled soda because it's
Why the fuck not?
It's kind of a novelty thing for me. So
You just buy a bottled soda and you just poke the bottle and you're like...
just that.
Just high-pitched laugh.
Oh my
You just
god.
do a girly giggle.
I'm sorry. We were biking everywhere, so my throat's terrible.
Yeah.
But
Mine's better-ish now.
I noticed. But yeah, like most of them I twist off. Like I know like 50% of them I twist off, so I just figured this one was. And
It was not.
yeah, as soon as I get there, it was not. So it's like, well, I'll go inside the ice cream parlor, see if they have a bottle cap opener. And the guy, it was a slow day. We were the only ones in the store.
Yeah.
And the guy that served us was gone. He must have been like in the back somewhere.
I said he just up and left, but of course that wasn't the case.
But he was just gone. So there's a Caribou right there, and there's a stretch, but we wait in line at Caribou, and finally we come up to the like fucking like 20-year-old like.
The fucking clerk who wanted to work at Starbucks.
Yeah, they're like, no, it was a Caribou. It was.
No.
He
wanted to work at Starbucks.
It's like, well,
It was Matt Sharp.
what would be more white girl? Would that be Caribou or Starbucks?
Oh,
Starbucks. I
Starbucks.
feel like Starbucks, yeah.
Caribou is more white dude.
So he wanted to pick up chicks at the Starbucks, but they wouldn't hire him.
Because they knew.
They wouldn't, yeah, because they knew he wanted to pick up white chicks.
He worked one day on the job, and then he got frustrated because they weren't playing the music he wanted, and he just yelled, "Play the Dip Dip song!"
Stop.
I have to.
Anyways,
If Starbucks ever comes up in conversation, I will reference Matt Sharp.
anyways, we did that, and like he's like, hey, how can I help you? Like, do you have a bottle opener? And he like looked dumbstruck.
He's like, what the hell?
What?
It just sounds like he just smoked like 4 packs of cigarettes.
What? It's like, do you have a bottle opener? It's like, no, I'm sorry. But I bet the ice cream place right by us does.
And it's like, great, thanks, asshole.
Yeah.
I had my ice cream with me, so I kind of wanted to just like hold it up and be like, bitch.
Bitch.
Just say that extremely loudly in like the crowded caribou. Just bitch, and then just everyone turns and looks at me.
There was and then we went back in, and the guy was there, and he opened it. I was happy.
Anticlimactic endings are the best endings.
I know. Going back, life stuff. A little back. It's the 26th today. Yeah. So it must have been last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giants were in town. They might be Giants.
They might in fact be Giants.
Ethan
already had tickets to a concert they were playing that night, but then we found out they were doing a free show at like a local record place.
The Electric Fetus. That's in Minneapolis. We can plug that. I mean,
oh yeah, we can put like a note up for me to put the logo up.
Alright.
Because hell yes, that place is awesome. Like that was my first time going there, but I loved it, even though it was really crowded.
Yeah, but that was so cool. Cause like one, that's the first time I've really been in a record store. I mean, I guess there's like Mr. Zero's, another great store full of
It's full of just nerdy stuff.
But I think that's the first time I was in like a legitimate record store. And then the Giants were playing.
And the cool thing is that we were standing there for like a while beforehand, and like right before the concert started, I think one of the employees got on the mic and was like, "All right, are you ready for They Might Be Giants?" And everyone's like, "Hell yes, we are." And then
he's like, "You guys over there," and he like gestured to us. He's like, "Make room." I'm like,
yeah, he's just like, "Make way," and I'm like, "Make way," and then the Giants walk in the back, and we're like mere inches from them.
No, not even mere inches, just
mere inch.
We were there.
We
were there, and then they played like, it was like a half-hour set. It was an in-store, so
right. It wasn't like a full concert, but it was probably like an hour. Well, half an hour.
No, it was like a half hour.
It was a reasonable length set for a free show.
Yeah, but it was fucking awesome because
we were like right up there.
We were fucking right up there.
Ethan took like some good videos. I took some shitty videos.
I took one video, and a couple shitty pictures.
You got a picture of he and his dad with fucking John Linnell and John Flansburgh.
John and John.
You got signatures from all of them on his freaking Idlewild
You know what?
record.
Why don't you throw both of those up? I'll timestamp those for you.
The freaking Idlewild vinyl and...
The Idlewild and the picture with the Giants. And
Should I blur out your daddy's face?
Oh, you probably should.
I'll either do that or crop it.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, and it was cool. And as he got the signature from the bassist, I was just like, "You're an awesome bass player."
Danny, right?
I think it was Danny.
And that Muddy Beller on drums. And then I looked up Danny, and he has like some crazy foreign last name. It's ridiculous.
How long has he been with? How long has he been with them?
He's to my knowledge, he's been with them since like Apollo 18 or something.
Seriously? Like Apollo 18?
Yeah, he's
before John Henry?
Yeah, but they still had them there, I guess. I don't know on this. Dan Waynecoff? Waynecoff.
Oh, I'm disappointed now.
He was currently... Oh, you know what? I should check. This might be a wiki.
Oh yeah, the other Dan was missing. He's the second guitar player.
Since the late 90s. And then Dan Miller. He's awesome.
He wasn't there.
No, at the in-store, no. He was
at the actual concert.
He was at First Ave. And then Muddy Beller, who has been in them... Who's been in them? Ugh.
Who's been inside of John and John multiple times.
Every show. It's crazy.
On stage.
You know what? That might have been the best part about the First Ave concert.
In the crowd.
Oh my god.
They like stage dive while they're like, in each other. How did you want me to phrase that?
First Ave was also good. AV Club? The thing where I showed you where they apparently they learned another song for that and they played that at First Ave. It was like It was like a song called like Bills, Bills, Bills by someone.
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child.
I think somebody tweeted about that because I was looking up tweets about the Giants after the in-store to try and find us pictures of them like the greedy motherfucker I am. I did find me in one of the pictures and Ethan's slightly cropped out, so I might put that up.
Yeah.
Can you notate that?
Okay, notate that. So much work.
Hi, Johnny.
God damn it. Okay. So that's already tons of pictures you have to put up. You happy? No, what else did they play? They played
At first half or just the
both. They played a lot off I guess Dial-A-Song, and I guess off their newest album Glean, which has a lot of Dial-A-Song songs on it.
Buy it.
What? Oh yeah.
I heard the songs I heard off it are really good. Buy it.
What did you hear? You had like Madam, I Challenge You to a Duel.
Everything they played at the in-store, which was like Erase, Madam, I Challenge You to a Duel, and I Can Help the Next in Line.
Oh yeah, and then they also played what else did they play? They played like Istanbul, because of course they did.
They opened with Dr. Worm.
Oh, they did. That's the one video I got.
That's the one video I got. Or no, I also got I Can Help the Next in Line, I think.
Yeah, you got a couple. Yeah.
They played the famous polka.
Oh, they played the famous polka. They played that at First Ave too, I believe.
They talked about Marty Beller furiously pounding the kit.
Why does he hit the drums so hard?
They did number 3.
Oh, they did number. I told you about that thing at First Ave, right? So like during it was like after an intermission. It was like during an intermission between songs.
Yeah.
And John Flansburgh, they decided to simulate a phone call between the band and Mama They Might Be Giants.
Oh my god, yes, you told me about this.
And like when he did that, he like pitched his mic down. So it's like, how are you doing? So it's like, I'm doing good, Mama They Might Be Giants. And he made and Flans made a joke that like that she birthed the entire band all at once, and it was.
I don't know where yet. Would that include former members?
I guess, and then Mama They Might Be Giants hung up, and then Papa They Might Be Giants, who was a high-pitched voice, called them a bunch of fuckheads. And
Papa They Might Be Giants. That's fucking amazing. That's fuckheading amazing.
Bunch of fuckheads.
Bunch of fuckheads.
There's really, and Linnell was like, there's really no way to misinterpret that. And he's like, nope, you can't change a fuckhead. I love the drastic difference, because at the in-store, they specifically said, like, nah, we can't swear.
It was like, but we're thinking them. We can't say the words, but we're thinking them.
We're thinking them. And then at the First Ave concert, they described themselves as a bunch of fuckheads. So.
Yeah, because I know they have separate shows for like adults and kids because they have like a bunch of.
Because they have children's albums.
You know how they have the puppets with the kids?
Yeah, like what are they called? The Avatars of They.
Oh, well, yeah, they have those, and they're used mainly for kids songs, but they have one song called "Puppet's Gonna Fuck You Up."
Really? Yeah. I don't actually know this.
I don't know that song, but I know it exists. It's called "Puppet's Gonna Fuck You Up," and they play it at the adult shows.
I think I might have heard of it.
Google it.
No, later.
Okay. Yeah, it's called "Puppet's Gonna Fuck You Up."
I'm gonna put a note. Okay.
I'll put a picture of the puppets.
Oh, you're gonna.
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. I'll just put up all the pictures while I'm at it.
Just all the pictures?
Yeah, I'm gonna put up all my nudes.
Oh God.
Nude picture. I'm gonna send.
I've seen them. They're disgusting.
I'm gonna send a dick pic. That's gonna be a picture of Ethan. That's a joke he came up with.
Yes, I was texting my girlfriend.
And he's just like,
as a joke, I told her I was gonna send a dick pic and just sent a selfie.
Picture of his face.
Yeah.
Fully clothed before you ask.
Yeah, exactly. That was you've ruined the joke.
I'm very tempted to throw my can at you, but there's still Rip here inside of
It's
it.
time for news. Time for news. Not the random news story of the day, but news.
There's lots of news to cover.
Actually, we have quite a bit of material.
We do. What should we go over first? Should we cover them in order of...
We've discussed Guitar Hero on the podcast, haven't we?
Rock Band.
Is it Rock Band?
No, we discussed Rock Band 4, and this is Guitar Hero Live.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let's just discuss them in the order they were revealed.
Okay, yeah, so this order, right?
Yeah,
Let's just talk about Guitar Hero.
Okay.
So...
Yeah. Is it Activision that does Guitar Hero now? Yeah, it's like Activision and Neversoft.
I don't even care.
It actually started, like, the first two were...
Neversoft. They've developed a lot, haven't they?
They did Tony Hawk.
They did Tony Hawk, that's what I know.
Apparently, because the first two Guitar Hero games were made by Harmonix, who went on to make Rock Band.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, weren't they pretty much a conjoined effort at one time?
Well, the thing is, like, after that, after, like, the first two, actually, technically three Guitar Hero games, because Rock the 80s exists. After those, Harmonix was like, we're done. We're going to make Rock Band.
We can't.
And then, Neversoft stepped in and are like, we played Guitar Hero on breaks while making the Tony Hawk games, so I mean...
Might as well.
Might as well, go for it.
I'm glad no one can understand that reference.
Go to Ethan.
Don't explain it!
I'm just gonna say go to Ethan's Twitter and scroll through the post until you find a video.
Don't explain it. Just go for it. But they got a new controller. They got a new,
Oh, God. Fucking...
How do you feel like shit about that?
It looks nice.
Yeah, because
but I feel like
here's the
for
thing.
playing the game,
Here's the
it's
thing.
not gonna work.
Here's the thing. I actually really like it because one, it kind of simulates like string changes. It's like more accurate to actually playing guitar.
I mean, I guess, but it's still not accurate to playing guitar. Put a note so I can put up a picture of it.
Yeah, please do. But, and this is a big but. It's not
Is it a massive juicy butt?
Yeah, I not gonna lie, I like it.
I licked the butt several times.
They have a new controller. And while it's better gameplay wise, I feel it's
I licked 7 asses.
7 asses.
7 asses.
Okay, I hate that it's not compatible with the other guitars.
Yes, fucking like Rock Band 4. I think Harmonix said basically it's gonna be compatible with all the previous content. It's basically just gonna be a hub for all that. So like, Rock Band 3 is becoming outdated because it was on Wii and not on Wii. Well,
that's great.
Rather PS3 and Xbox 360.
Because here's the thing. Is I have the first Rock Band. The only problem
on what console?
The Wii.
Really?
The only problem is neither of my guitars are compatible with it.
The only problem is Rock Band 4 is not on Wii U. Fucking yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Damn it, Harmonix.
I guess that's like a business decision because really,
it makes sense. They never really gave a lot of support to the Wii because you know what the Rock Band Network is, right?
Briefly explain.
Rock Band Network basically, I think people like independent musicians could chart their own songs.
Oh, that's really cool.
And they tried. Xbox 360 got most, like all of that. PlayStation 3 got most of it. The Wii discontinued it after 40 songs.
That's really cool though.
There's a bunch of Jonathan Colton on there.
Really?
Yeah.
That is.
But like I said,
cool.
only on PS3 and Xbox. There's a little on Wii, I think.
Yeah, I think.
I know Skull Crusher Mountain's in there. Re Your Brains is in there.
I don't even know, man.
Oh my God, Still Alive is in Rock Band.
Oh.
It was an April Fool's joke.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What else about it?
Guitar Hero? Let's move on to Guitar Hero, yeah. Fucking, instead of the 3D pre-rendered stuff, like they've done for the entire franchise, It's going to be virtual reality. Essentially, you're going to get footage of an actual real live audience and an actual real live band, which I don't like that decision.
Really?
I feel as though there's many downsides to it.
Yeah, there is many downsides to it, but I think it's cool.
I get the point behind it. It's like, you're going to, like, enhance your rock star fucking fantasy. But really, it just takes away some features they had before. Like, you can't customize your band.
True.
You
But
play
I
from
feel
first
like
person.
the VR is just gonna be a game mode. Or have they officially announced that's all the game's gonna be?
I feel that's all the game's gonna be. They also they announced a music video mode where you can just play along with the music video, but
That's kind of what Rocksmith does. Where you actually play guitar, yes. But like that's what Rocksmith does. Is it has like the weird. Maybe it's Rocksmith. Maybe it's a like Rocksmith clone because there's a lot of those. But yeah, it has like the track. It has like a tab of sorts. If you've actually seen gameplay, it's not a tab, but it's weird.
it's close.
Yeah, it's close, but
It's just like Guitar Hero, but with numbers.
yeah, kind of. I'd have to show you, but yeah. Sometimes they have like the music video for the song playing
That's cool.
right there. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I was thinking of picking up Rocksmith, but I'm really not sure.
Yeah, I was thinking of it, but then I'm like, most of the songs I'd want to learn in Rocksmith would be DLC. Because I know they have Foo Fighters DLC, I believe they have Weezer DLC.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like it might help me.
Right, but you're already a really good guitar player, so you can probably
yeah.
learn most of that just on your own.
Well,
Oh, I mean, brag.
I'll just humbly brag like, oh, I'm not fantastic.
I'm not a great guitar player, I'm an amazing guitar player.
No, I was thinking of picking it up, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, because you'd have to get all the USB shit, too. That's
Well, because it's just one chord. But the problem is, you know where my PS3 is, right? Like, I don't know how long the cord is, and my PS3 is, like, right on top of my entertainment center.
Well, you can get it for PC, can you not?
I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could do that. You know what? I like that idea better, too.
Yeah.
I might look into that. I just might.
Well, yeah, Guitar Hero Live, I gotta say, not looking forward to it.
Really?
Yeah, no. Like, before, I was pretty much neutral on, like, the Guitar Hero Rock Band thing. Like, at times I preferred Guitar Hero, and at other times I preferred Rock Band. But, like, seeing the two games that were revealed, I'm now firmly on the side of Rock Band.
Really?
That might have something to do with the fact that Harmonix is made up of actual musicians.
Really? That's cool.
It's a company of, like, they're all musicians, and most of them are in bands.
Well, that would explain why it's called Harmonix, now wouldn't it?
They make mainly rhythm games, too.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Most of them, like I said, most of them are in bands. Some of the songs by them, like, their bands are in Rock Band and Guitar Hero.
Really?
Yeah, the earlier Guitar Heroes. Like, I don't know what band, but the song 7 in the first Rock Band, I think that's a Harmonix band.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I didn't know that.
I have a fun fact that will make you cringe.
Oh,
The
God.
very first song ever charted in Guitar Hero to, like, test the engine, the very first Guitar Hero, Dope Nose by Weezer.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't make it in the Guitar Hero game till Guitar Hero Van Halen, but it was the very first song charted.
Wait, no, because I know Maladroit came out, like, what, 02?
2002.
02?
Yeah, and the first Guitar Hero was 2005.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know it was that, like, young of a series.
On the bright side, they could have went with Beverly Hills.
Yay,
I figured out that entire song on guitar earlier today.
Really?
Yeah, I was playing Back to the Shack, and I'm just like, I want to play Beverly Hills, so it's just like, da-na, na-na, and I'm like, wait, there's a third chord, what is it? And then I just slide up, da-na, then I'm like, oh, that's the whole song.
Oh, good. It's
3 power chords. That's maybe slightly more complex than Back to the Shack, Actually, no, it's less complex.
What was that one song off of Red that is literally 2 power chords?
Troublemaker.
Yes.
I think the bridge has some other chords, but still. Like, the verse and the chorus are the same 2 chords over and over again, and the lyrics are fucking stupid.
Oh my god.
You wanted arts and crafts. Has this for arts and crafts?
That's...
What else is there?
No, please stop.
Fucking,
Just stop.
Fucking...
Ugh.
You
sick of me.
I'm growing out my hair. I'm moving up to Cherokee. I'm gonna be a rock star and you are gonna bear with me.
Oh my god.
I hate that song.
You hate it? Good.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Good.
Like, that's one of the, like, I have a few Weezer songs which I, like, enjoy guiltily. That's
Okay.
the one. That's, like, one.
What were the 2 power chords?
Oh my god, I don't know. Let me try and figure it out.
Wasn't it like a... Yeah, it's like a... Wait, no, it was...
Here, I got it.
Oh, fine.
I'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. Let's move on to the next subject while you're... There you go, Johnny.
And this is Beverly Hills. No, wait. This is Tuned to Half Step Down.
Yeah. There we go.
That's the whole...
You can be Weezer.
I can be... I can be just like that guy Weezer.
But who is this Fortune?
I'm imagining Rivers Cuomo, like, he named the band Weezer just because he wheezes a lot. He's just like... he looks pretty nerdy, so you never know.
Yeah.
If Rivers Cuomo is listening to this, I'm sorry. And come to Minnesota. Well, you are, never mind.
Good job, John.
Never write Troublemaker ever again.
You can't rewrite the same song.
Never write a song with only 2 power chords ever again.
I'm sure they already have.
Then again, Back to the Shack turned out pretty well.
Really? Is that only 2?
That's 2 power chords and a riff.
Let's go into paid modding.
Oh my fuck!
You know more about this. I just know the general.
It all.
I just know the general splip. But can you get
What?
the general splip?
Do you know what the... You're just starting to use non-word. That's like on fucking Friday when we were just having a conversation and you're like, yeah, you're faffing about. And then the conversation...
Faffing is an actual word.
No, still though, you said faffing about, and the conversation proceeded to deteriorate into like fucking 20 teenagers masturbating on an old man's front lawn.
Faffing about, wasting time, doing nothing in particular.
This is Urban Dictionary, Ethan.
But still,
This is Urban fucking Dictionary.
it still has a legitimate definition.
I'm willing to bet money that you put that on there.
No, I didn't. Fuck you.
You gotta look up Biddy on there because Riley probably put it on there.
Oh God, let's hope not.
Oh God.
He's too lazy. Please explain the Steam paid modding to me.
Gabe Newellman.
Did
Gabe
Valve tell you that Gabe Newell said?
My uncle dad told me
Oh, I'm
that
sorry.
Gabe Newell said.
But your dad works for Nintendo, so
My dad works for Nintendo.
please stop slapping that.
Anyways, fucking, what was I gonna say? Yes, okay, it had nothing to do with, Gabe Newell didn't announce it, but, like fucking a few days ago, Valve put an announcement on Steam, and it's like, fucking, modders can now make money for their Skyrim mods. It's only Skyrim as of now.
Yeah, my brother told me.
So, in the Steam Workshop, you fucking can charge money for your mods. And I already don't like that idea, but to make it worse, Valve and the developer of the game takes 75% of the profits.
That's the one bullshit thing I think about.
And also, one of the very first fucking paid mods on there, it got pulled because it used content from a free mod. And one of the creators of the mod, he posted and said, fucking like, yeah, I used content from this dude's free mod and I didn't ask permission because, like, I don't know, there's like an NDA or some shit which doesn't explain why he doesn't ask permission, but fucking Valve, he asked Valve, and Valve's like, yeah, you can do that.
Huh.
Like, if it's just a separate mod that you can get, and not, like, programmed into yours. But, yeah, and that got pulled. So, it's like, Valve, what the fuck?
And you already posted a rant about this, did you not?
It's one of the few things that made me so angry I felt I had to make a video about it.
Really?
Because I have 3 rants as of now. 2 of them are about feminism.
Of course.
Okay, before you flame this video, I consider myself a feminist, but most of them are fucking stupid.
Yeah, not most. I would say some are...
Probably just a vocal minority.
Exactly.
But, yeah, fucking, like, I had an argument with some dude in the comments on, like, the first rant I posted about, like, a feminist article. He's like, all feminists are like this. And I'm like, no, that's not what feminism is, because fucking these people are just like, oh, fucking, like...
They're louder.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, like, this character in a video game has big boobs. That's extremely sexist. And it's like... It's sexualized, but it's not really... It's like, they make too much of a big deal over everything.
Well, yeah.
Even things that aren't issues. Like, one of the rants I posted, there was an article, before Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out, fucking, there's a demo released, and for whatever reason you can only play as the male character.
Oh,
and so,
yeah.
some fucking feminist posted an article and said, the new demo for Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is quietly misogynistic. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? It's a fucking demo.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like who you gonna listen to more? It's just like, I really think a lot of society is being really sexist, and there's a big overwhelming discrimination of women overall. Or are you going to listen to this Pokemon demo is absolutely misogynistic?
Exactly, like fucking
vocal minority, like you were saying.
Yeah, the thing is,
or rather vocal majority of the smaller ones, like.
Yeah, but fucking like, I don't know, I feel like they're just not focusing on like actual issues, and instead they're like, you can't play as a girl in this one game! What the fuck? And it's like, you know what? You're setting progress back.
Yeah, you're making it worse.
It's like, focus on actual issues that are still prevalent. Anyways, mini rant over. Back to paid Steam mods.
Yeah, back to another rant.
Back to another rant.
You think this is gonna branch out more than Skyrim?
I fucking hope not.
Cause let's face it, Skyrim's probably the largest modding base for any game, kind of right next to Gmod.
I actually, in my rant, I went in depth about how this system would fuck up Gmod so hard.
How so?
Because Gmod is essentially based around mods, because... Yeah, you do the sandbox, and that's fun, but the real focus of Gmod is, all the custom game modes. Imagine if you had to pay $250 for each of the following.
I like to think of it as... Minecraft. But Gmod...
Sorta, yeah.
Gmod relies more heavily on mods.
Right, whereas Minecraft you don't necessarily have to.
You don't necessarily... I've never had a mod on Minecraft, but I know a lot of people,
Yeah.
That's the thing. Are you bored with playing Minecraft? Then...
Get mods.
I've always made the proposition, and I'm not going to... Well, I will second guess it if someone brings up a valued source. But I think if you buy Garry's Mod or Minecraft, you can pretty much have every game out there, because chances are there's a mod to replicate other games out there.
Right. But yeah, Gary's Mod, it's like the Minecraft modding community, except whereas Minecraft, it is optional, and Gary's Mod, it's also
It
technically
kind of
optional.
is. Yeah, let's not get into it.
But yeah, whatever. There are just tons of modes that most people who play Gary's Mod play. So imagine, if you will, having to pay like $250 for like all of the following: prop hunt, murder, trouble in terrorist town, zombie survival. What the fuck else?
I like how you stopped.
I brought up a bunch of examples in my video, but I can't remember. Cinema. That was one of the examples I brought up.
Hide and seek.
I didn't bring that up, but yeah, let's go with it. What have I not mentioned?
There's a pirate one, isn't there? There's a pirate one.
Not that I know. Oh, fucking Dark RP.
Dark RP.
And then just there are tons of like RP.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, just all those. That's 7, and that totals to like about fucking 5.
Math.
That totals to $17.50.
You see, now that you say that, that's bad. That's not too bad. How much is the game? 15? Gmod itself is like 15.
Around that, but you probably want to get it with Counter-Strike Source so the textures aren't fucked up. Like, oh shit! I have to censor that name.
Yeah, why don't you tell us?
Our friend Durra, who I'm mentioning every podcast and always stating his name, he got just Gary's Mod during the Steam Summer Sale, and he doesn't play much anymore because all his shit is fucked up.
You see, that makes sense.
Yeah, like I wanted to play Murder with him, but he doesn't have the Counter-Strike maps.
Like all of, like Triple T is damn near impossible to play without Counter-Strike Source. Because like all the weapons are from Source.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even considered that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. It's not even necessarily that you're spending that much money. It's more so that like you're spending money on stuff that was previously free.
Yeah. I mean that makes sense.
Yeah. Can you pause this for a second?
Yeah, let's take a short intermission.
Okay, we'll put like elevator music there or something.
Yeah, please. You don't have to be the elevator music. You don't have to. I want you to call your mother, and all she can hear is you being elevator music. 2, 3,
4. Move over there, cause I'm a double dipper. Sat down, I'm a zipper.
What were we talking about?
Steam Pay Bonds.
Super
You're paying money for something that was previously free, is my point.
Yeah, I can see your point there, but what was Dill talking about? Killing Floor.
Wait, can you say his name, or do we need to censor it?
It's I don't know, he doesn't give a shit.
Oh. Okay.
My brother was talking. My brother was talking about that. And he said like Killing Floor, the zombie game. They just got a sequel.
Yeah.
But that was heavily a mod, and I guess Valve is a great example of that because through just Half-Life, we now have the Counter-Strike series, we have the Team Fortress series. What else do we have?
It wasn't exactly a mod, but Portal is based off another game.
Yeah, Portal is based off another game. I forget the name. It's not coming to me, but those are all mods.
Yeah, they all originally started as such.
And I can kind of see their approach with that, but
they really even so didn't execute it well.
Like Counter-Strike and like TF2 were heavy mods. They were like,
well, they're not mods. They're just built upon the same engine. Like the originals were mods.
True. Yeah.
Because practically everything Valve does is built upon the Source engine.
Yeah, built on Source. Yeah.
I think Portal as well, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, but freaking, you can like modders can choose to either directly charge money for their mods, or they can just accept donations. And somebody pointed out that the donations thing is just what they should have implemented, like support the modders without making it like
kind of like what's it called? Patreon. How a lot of YouTubers use Patreon, where like you don't have to, but if you really want to support this thing, then you can.
Well, it's less so like building money for like a new project and more just it's like a tip jar basically.
It's like a Bandcamp. Kinda.
Well, it's like a pay what you want model.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be comparable to that.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I
aside,
think it would be sort of like PayPal, because you can just give money to people on PayPal.
Oh, true. Yeah, I mean, besides Gmod, which I don't even play too often anymore, I really don't.
I would not play it at all if they charged money for mods.
Yeah, but I mean, if granted that you would still have the mods you got for free, I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a think subject.
Yeah, actually, that news was like when I first heard it, I'm like, if this spreads far enough, I might just stop Steam in general. And then I was like, that's a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah.
And then my TF2 stopped working. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I am going to leave Steam. Just get rid of the whole computer. No, fuck this shit! Throw it out the window.
Oh, God.
And then you just get down on your knees. Gaming!
Alright, shall we move on?
We shall.
We shall. Let's go to random news story today.
Just in between the freaking...
Why the fuck not?
Okay, and yeah...
It's random.
Oh yeah, you're right. It makes it more random that way.
Exactly, good job. There was like a White House dinner or something?
They were eating
It was a White House dinner. No, it was a dinner...
It might have been lunch, Ethan. God.
It was a dinner at the White House.
How do you know it was dinner?
With the press. Because... White House or some shit. And Obama had... Okay, we need some backstory. There is a show on Comedy Central called Key and Peele. If you haven't heard of it, honestly, what's wrong with you?
Just play a Reggie movie. What's
and
wrong
if
with
you,
you?
Yeah.
And if you haven't bought a Nintendo 3DS,
what's wrong with you? Key and Peele, great show. It's two African American gentlemen, so they make a lot of race jokes because they can.
Breakfast.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's just a rule that it's more socially acceptable to be racist if you aren't white. That being said, they have a bit on, it might be every show, but I'm not sure, where one of them plays as the president and he's giving like a weekly address, and the other plays as his quote-unquote like anger translator.
Yeah, that's the one.
Anger translator Luther. And basically he's like, I know global warming's a big issue. And he's like, yo, shit's fucking melted!
Yeah, it's like, my favorite bit from the video that Ethan showed me, it's like, I was talking with Michelle. I said, bitch! This is bitch.
This is bitch. But while Obama was giving a speech to the press, he brought out the dude who plays Luther. And he just went off. He did this speech, and then Luther translated it in anger.
And then eventually Obama got kind of angry, and...
It was obviously a gag. Like,
right.
He obviously wasn't actually angry, but it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I just find it funny that that's a thing.
Yeah, I think...
Like, can you imagine, like, making fun of the president on Comedy Central, and he calls you up, he's like, hey, I want you to do that for an actual speech with me.
And he's like, oh.
Yeah, oh.
Not even yes or no, just, oh.
Oh, I'll think about it.
He pulls an Ethan.
Oh, God.
That's what Dorado and I have deduced is pulling an Ethan.
Let's move on. No, because then
we'll
start naming names, and you'll have to censor all of it.
Well, pulling a Johnny is like just going.
I kind of did that, and then I was like, I'll think about it. Moving on for the rest of this way today. To I don't know a lot about this either.
Last bit of gaming news.
You just told me about it.
I'm excited.
Really?
I got off the bed, clapped.
I'm sorry. I just had a random thought and a glorious idea. So we record these podcasts about like 2-3 weeks apart from each other.
Yeah.
And during that span of time, we should both listen to an album and do like a very short, like the same album.
Oh my god, yes.
A very short like review of it.
Because we're both. Ethan already has stopped doing album a day, and
We've talked about it on the show.
I'm about to stop doing album a day
because it's just too much time.
But album a week and it's same album.
Or a couple weeks, depending on when we record this.
Yeah, you're right. Oh crap! I think I got Rippy around this.
Nah, it's probably. Oh yeah, you did. It's an old book. It's an old Beatles tab book.
We could do album every few weeks.
Yeah, album a podcast, basically.
Actually, if we bike to the library more, then we can listen to albums outside of what we both own. We can do that. We can do that next podcast.
There we go.
Do one of them's.
Bam.
What albums do you have?
Bam. Give me some.
Let's see.
Give me some. Don't leave me hanging.
Ethan.
What the fuck, bro? There we go.
One high five. Ethan checked out
Hallowed Ground
by the Violent Femmes.
By the Femmes.
Skin and Bones by the Foo Fighters. That's like an acoustic album.
And the best of Buddy Holly, but that's
and
not.
I checked out Ram by Paul McCartney and Pretty Hate Machine by the Nine Inch Nails.
We might do one of those, yeah.
That'd be fun. That could be like a new segment of our show.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Creativity.
Yeah!
Going back to Smash.
Yeah. Friggin'. So, Mewtwo got released as DLC recently. That's not the news.
Did they actually release it, not just announce it?
They announced it. They released it early for people who are in Club Nintendo, and they've released it to the public now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, there we go.
Mewtwo's out, and Lucas is coming soon. And, fucking... When they patched the game to add Mewtwo and, like, balance the game, because I know they nerfed Diddy Kong Hardcore.
Oh, good. Good.
They, people, like, began searching in the files, and they found, they found a bunch of songs. They were, like, they're victory themes and whatnot for Lucas, and we already know he's coming soon.
Yeah.
But there was also, a victory theme from Fire Emblem, and the name of the... Here, I'm going to look this up quick, so I can give you the actual names of the files and stuff.
But just generalize as of now.
Okay, yeah, friggin' there's a song from Fire Emblem labeled as a victory theme, and Roy's name is in said, name of file of song. And then there are also actually 2 songs from Street Fighter, and they're both tagged with Ryu's name.
Huh.
So, I don't know. I'm not genius.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Sounds
it's pretty risky. But yeah, where is it? Shit. Here it is.
Yeah.
Here's Ryu.
Let's not play it.
Yeah, one of them is named like BGM. It has Street Fighter stuff, and it's Ryu 3DS or something, and it's Ryu's stage theme from Street Fighter too. And then there's also another song from Street Fighter 2 as his victory
Mori
theme.
stage and then Poo Poo Land.
Poo Poo Land.
Poo Poo Land.
Oh, it's the theme of Dreamland from the original Smash Brothers.
That's
cool. Yeah, they added those, but they aren't in the game yet. Fuck, where's Roy's shit? I know Roy is fucking here.
I know he's here.
He's in this building.
Damn it. I know you're here. But that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did we ever discuss that on the podcast? How they started like taking recommendations? And
the Smash Fighter ballot we talked about.
And while it is just And while it is like in all senses of the phrase, like a grain of salt, like taken as a grain of salt,
Yeah.
it's still kind of cool.
That is cool, yeah. Freaking, what was I gonna say? Somebody, I was watching videos on like potential Smash DLC recently, and apparently the two characters who've been like consistently in the lead in like one of them in both US and Japan polls, the other in just US polls. It's one first party character, one third party character. Like the one character who's consistently like in the lead for most wanted characters in the US and Japan is actually King K. Rool.
King K, really?
Yeah.
The fucking
People fucking want King K. Rool,
from
dude.
DKC, right?
Yeah, support for Dixie Kong is just dropping, but support for K. Rool is going up.
That's interesting.
People want fucking K. Rool.
That is super interesting.
And do you know who the most wanted third-party character is in the U.S.? He's at the top of the fucking poll. He's above K. Rool by like a decent amount.
Who is it? No, wait, I want to know. Excuse the interruption. We're having technical difficulties of Johnny being a fucking asshole. Hey!
Did I hear you calling me an asshole?
Nope. Oh god.
I threw a stuffed dog at Ethan.
What's the most demanded?
Most demanded in the U.S., not in Japan, because his game isn't out in Japan. Shovel Knight.
Really?
That's like, Shovel Knight's at the top of the fucking U.S.
You know what? I was legitimately gonna guess that because I know Ross O'Donnell.
Oh yeah, freaking Ross from Game Grumps won Shovel Knight.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually.
Yeah, because Shovel Knight's not even out in Japan yet, but they suggested something that made me happy. They could pull a reverse melee with Fire Emblem.
Oh, to like sell it.
Yeah, what they did with if you don't know, with Melee and Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem games had not come out in the U.S. yet. They're Japan only. But they left in Marth and Roy from Fire Emblem and Melee. And this got people familiar with the characters, so they started releasing Fire Emblem games here.
Yeah.
So they could do that with Shovel Knight in Smash and then just release the game in Japan.
Which that's also interesting, because Shovel Knight's an indie game.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
I could dig some indie characters.
For a lot of... Yeah, didn't you say, like, Super Meat Boy was also, like,
God damn it, not Super Meat Boy.
Really?
I like Super Meat Boy. It's a cool game.
No, I mean, like, didn't you say that, like, Team Meat, like, drew up, like, a bunch of stuff? Or is that my brother?
That's probably your brother.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think Meat Boy should be in Smash Brothers, only because he's never been on a Nintendo console.
Yeah, true.
Like, it's like Sakurai, what Sakurai said when he announced Mega Man, he's like, I'm not gonna let any fucking third-party character in here, which kind of decreases the chances for Shovel Knight.
Because I guess Shovel Knight's on the 3DS
and Wii U,
and on the Virtual Shop for Wii U.
And I think the team behind Shovel Knight said they wanted to make like Super Shovel Knight and Shovel Knight 64.
Club games, really?
Yeah.
Just for the gimmick of like.
Just for like showing like the evolving thing.
Side note here, I know Retro City Rampage.
I like that game.
Fantastic game.
I like that game a lot.
It's basically if GTA won the NES.
GTA X Back to the Future X 1980s game.
Which it legitimately, I don't know if it started development, but they legitimately made a version of the game that could be played on an NES.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
They like dumbed it down and like took some of the sound bits that they couldn't out and like simplified the graphics. And it's like, if you look at footage for it pretty much looks the exact same.
I think originally it was just designed to be like an 8-bit remake of like GTA 3.
Yeah, it was originally just designed to be GTA.
But then they added a bunch of Easter eggs and like Nintendo stuff.
And it's definitely its own thing now. It's like,
yeah, definitely. Indie game characters who I could see in Smash. I don't know if this is an indie game, but Shantae from fucking the Game Boy Color game and just recently had games on DSi and 3DS.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I'll Google it for you. I'll put a picture up. Hang on.
Yeah, why don't you timestamp that for us?
Okay.
Shanta, can you what?
Fucking Genie.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Maybe because she's only been on Nintendo consoles.
Really? Only?
I think. Or no, I think they're making a game for PC, but started on Game Boy Color, was on DSi, was on 3DS.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think there's a SNES game of it.
Is there?
Maybe. I'm probably wrong.
I think it was a later era Game Boy Color game.
I'm probably wrong, but who knows?
Yeah. Other indie game characters, see, I don't know, because the thing is, Sakurai said in order for third-party characters to make it in, they have to have, like, had a decent, like, history with Nintendo. Yeah.
Oh, and the
like,
relation.
Right, it can't be like... Well, that's weird, because Snake was on Nintendo consoles, but he's not really known as a Nintendo character.
When? Oh!
There were, like, 2 NES games.
Oh, yeah!
And Twin Snakes, I guess.
And Twin Snakes.
Which had Mario cameos in it.
And they just released the third game onto 3DS.
Oh, yeah,
Not just, but it was like one of the launching titles.
Yeah.
I should get that, because that's... We have to cut that out.
Snake it out!
Jesus Christ, man. Because the only MGS game I have is MGS4, which is funny because it's the last game in the
lineage.
In the
timeline.
In the linear timeline.
Oh, I think it was really weird when Snake was in Brawl and they had songs from MGS4 because it wasn't on the Wii.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
They said, like, and they had, like, in parentheses, like, Brawl Mix, and it's like...
But it's a great fucking game.
Oh, you know what? Well, no, I'm still one who wants Geno from Super Mario RPG because that game is badass and I like Geno.
How much demand is for that though?
There was a lot around the time of Brawl. I think it's dwindled a bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Fucking no. Do you know who I want most? Who's probably. Do you know who I want most? Who's like. Well, I don't want to say super likely. Because there are a bunch of likelihoods about them, and there are a bunch of like things that make it more
just
unlikely.
What it is.
Banjo fucking Kazooie.
Oh yeah.
Because fucking someone at Microsoft who's in like a high position of power. Microsoft.
They said they wanted him in the game.
Yeah, they said Banjo Kazooie Smash would be cool. And then someone from Nintendo. Yeah, it's the head of Microsoft's gaming division. The fucking head of their gaming division.
But that's also like the thing of maybe that's like an r/conspiracy film. So it's like, so could you would you consider Banjo and Smash? It's like, yeah, I guess so. And then everyone's like, guys.
Well, the thing is, I was like, oh, that's cool. But then someone from Nintendo of America said like, yeah, they don't have to be fucking any video game character can be in Smash.
And then they were like, "That's cool."
Yeah, they're just like, I could dig.
There was like a trade-off of digs.
Yeah, like when I heard Microsoft was, oh my god, when I heard Microsoft was okay with it, I was like,
oh, that's cool.
No, I was like, ah. And then I heard Nintendo was into it, and I'm like, Half-Life 3 confirmed. Because that's the go-to gaming fucking conspiracy.
Good job.
But who else could there be?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, God.
I'm gonna just look up top 10 most requested Smash characters.
Oh, I'm sure. For some reason, I'm sure like Waluigi is up there.
Oh my god, please, Waluigi. I want
Really?
Waluigi. I love Waluigi. Oh, well, we got Mewtwo.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
When is this from? This is from a year ago.
Yeah.
I'll just smash DLC characters.
I really like how when you look at old Smash 4 videos of like most wanted players, like most of them have Little Mac in them.
Oh, I'm imagining they were really happy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of them had Little Mac. Most of them had fucking Mega Man.
Oh yeah, definitely Mega Man. Man was.
I'm sure at least some of them had Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, some people won Pac-Man. Oh yeah, that's right. They confirmed fucking. Do you know what Pokken Tournament is?
No clue.
They're making a Pokemon fighting game.
Oh.
It's like just a straight up fighting game.
Oh, like straight up?
Just
like,
legitimate fighting game.
Shit's getting real?
Like they showed like a teaser image like a year or two ago, and it was just fucking like Lucario and Blaziken in the city, just straight up fighting game, and they just announced Gengar for it.
This is an interesting list.
Fucking Isaac from Golden Sun.
Rayman. I can see that.
I can see that because they put him in as a trophy.
Did they?
Yes, just as a trophy.
That's cool.
Like, Sakurai tweeted it before the game came out, and I was like, oh my god.
Snake's not gonna happen.
Inkling! Splatoon! I like Splatoon.
We might actually have to cut that out.
Let's take a look at the waveform. Oh my god.
We're keeping that. We might actually have to cut that out.
No, we'll just put a warning before it or something.
Okay, you want me to mark it?
Yes.
I
like Splatoon. And I feel
what?
Dude. No though. Fucking. I feel Inkling could happen because, like, right before the game comes out, they could do it to promote it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Especially if, like, and this is
that's slightly. It's
stretching it.
It's stretching it, but I think it's more realistic than...
Fucking, I feel as though this is even more stretching it, but if they released him, like, if you had the Splatoon amiibo and you could use it with Smash...
That would be cool.
That'd be cool. I actually could see that happening if they released him as DLC, but you might still have to get the DLC separately.
Yeah, exactly. Can't you do that with some, like, RPG game? Like, if you have, like, Marth?
Yeah, if you have Marth, there's, like, Project something or other.
I don't know. Ice Climbers, I don't know. They were in Brawl. They were alright.
They were in Melee, too. Ice Climbers, they wanted to put Ice Climbers in. They actually tried to put Ice Climbers in, but Sakurai said due to the 3DS's limitations, they couldn't do it.
Really?
Either they couldn't or it was just really difficult. Actually, in the game, there's still a file for the Ice Climbers cheer.
Really?
Yeah, and when the game was first released in Japan, it would play instead of the Villagers cheer, I think.
That's funny.
Yeah, and they had to patch that.
Wolf. Fuck Wolf.
I could dig, but if it gets in the way of any DLC, other like DLC characters, fuck no. And if Wolf costs as much as like all the other DLC characters, fuck no, I'm not paying like $5 for a clone.
We've already discussed Shovel Knight and Shantae.
Waddle, why the fuck would you want Waddle Dee?
No.
Waddle Dee would just, that's like having a Goomba. That's literally the equivalent of having a Goomba.
Bayonetta, that's actually an interesting
Bayonetta, maybe, but it's only had one game on Nintendo consoles.
Yeah, but weren't both of the games ported to the Wii U?
Yes, and Nintendo's the reason Bayonetta 2 happened.
Oh.
Because Sega didn't want a sequel.
Yeah,
so Nintendo swooped in.
Isn't Bayonetta basically like a hack and slash?
I believe so, yeah. Judging from the footage I've seen.
I've honestly never played it.
It looks like a fun game.
Yeah, I don't know.
The only issue I see with Bayonetta is it'll get the Tumblr feminists to complain even more.
Oh, I'm almost positive. It already
has. It'll also get fucking parents to complain.
It already has.
I think Bayonetta was designed by a woman, actually.
That's...
Don't quote me on this, but I believe Bayonetta was designed by a woman.
We're not gonna look into it.
No, later. Google this for yourself. Don't quote me.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna figure out next time.
That wasn't even necessarily the top 10 most wanted, but that's just a random ass poll. So
that's just a random ass poll off of a site I've honestly never heard of.
We may talk about more Smash DLC in the future if we get a half decent list of potential characters.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool for the next podcast if we don't have any other subjects. Just make like a big ass list of potential Smash characters and go over them.
And we can also do the album of podcasting.
Hell yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Oh.
This has been discussion time. You're John. I'm Ethan.
This is my can of root beer.
Here it. And this is my can of root beer.
Ah! Splatoon! I like Splatoon.
We'll see y'all later.
Get the fuck out.
I can help the next in line. Have you been with us before? I can help the next